She was 22 years old when her fashion brand hit $15 million in revenue. No fashion degree, no investors, no retail stores, just a living room, a sewing machine, and designs that made regular people look like millionaires. 18 months earlier, she was designing clothes in her apartment with $3,000. This is how she built a luxury fashion empire that anyone could afford, and the exact playbook she used to do it. Her name was Elena Harper. And at 20, she had a problem most people her age don't think about. She was frustrated. She had just finished 2 years at a community college in Austin, Texas, studying graphic design. Her classes were fine. Her grades were decent. But she felt like she was going through motions, learning skills for a career path she wasn't sure she wanted. What Elena did want was to create. Since high school, she'd been obsessed with a specific aesthetic. Old money elegance. The star boy look. The kind of style you see in luxury hotels, private clubs, yacht parties, clean lines, neutral tones, timeless pieces. But there was something that frustrated her deeply. This aesthetic was gatekept by price. A simple cashmere sweater from Loro Piana cost $2,000. A clean white button-down from Brunello Cucinelli was $800. Quality loafers from Hermes started at $1,500. The look of wealth was only accessible to the wealthy. Elena thought this was backwards. Why couldn't regular people, students, young professionals, service workers, dress like they belonged in that world? Not fake luxury, not knockoffs, but real quality pieces with that same aesthetic at prices normal people could afford. So in the fall of 2022, she started designing. Not professionally. Not with any business plan, just for herself. She used her graphic design skills to create simple, elegant pieces, minimalist typography on premium basics, neutral color palettes, cream, beige, charcoal, navy, white, timeless cuts that looked expensive, clean, understated, sophisticated. She posted her designs on Instagram, mostly for friends to see. The response was immediate. People loved them. Friends started asking, "Where can I buy this?" Elena had never thought about actually selling her designs. But the demand was real, so she made a decision. She took $3,000 she'd saved from working part-time at a coffee shop and ordered 100 custom pieces from a print-on-demand manufacturer. Basic t-shirts and hoodies with her minimalist designs. She created an Instagram account called Essence & Co. and posted photos of the pieces styled to look expensive. Clean white backgrounds, models in simple poses, aesthetic that screamed quiet luxury. She priced them strategically. T-shirts, $45, hoodies, $85, higher than fast fashion but accessible compared to true luxury. Within 72 hours, all 100 pieces sold out. Elena made $6,200 in revenue. After manufacturing, shipping, and platform fees, she cleared about $2,100 in profit. It wasn't life-changing money, but it was proof. And Elena asked herself the same question every successful entrepreneur asks. What if I did this consistently? Most people would have treated that first sale as a nice side income, made a few thousand here and there. Elena treated it like a business case study. She analyzed everything. Which designs sold fastest? What comments did people leave? What time of day got most engagement? What made someone click buy now versus just saving the post? She realized something critical. People weren't just buying clothes. They were buying identity. Her customers wanted to look successful. They wanted to project confidence. They wanted to feel like they belonged in rooms they'd never been invited to. The clothes were a vehicle for transformation. Phase 1. Building the brand foundation. Step 1. Define the aesthetic ruthlessly. Instead of trying to appeal to everyone, Elena doubled down on one specific vibe. Old money elegance meets modern minimalism. Neutral color palettes only. Cream, beige, charcoal, navy, white, camel. Timeless designs, no trendy graphics or loud logos. Premium fabric quality, soft cotton, heavyweight materials. Clean typography, simple phrases that felt aspirational. Styling that looked effortless but intentional. She studied brands like The Row, Loro Piana, Brunello Cucinelli, La Mer. Then she adapted that aesthetic for her price point. Step 2. Master Instagram as the primary sales channel. Elena didn't have money for a fancy website or advertising campaigns, but she understood Instagram. She posted consistently, flat lay photography of products on marble surfaces, lifestyle shots of people wearing her pieces in elegant settings, behind the scenes of her design process, stories showing her personal journey and values, polls asking followers what they wanted to see next. User-generated content, customers styling her pieces, every post had a purpose: build desire, create aspiration, drive sales. Step 3. Create scarcity through drops. Elena didn't manufacture hundreds of units and hope they sold. She created limited releases. 150 to 300 pieces announced 48 hours in advance. This did two things. 1. Created urgency. Buy now or miss out. 2. Minimized inventory risk. She only made what she knew would sell. By her sixth drop, she had 12,000 Instagram followers and was consistently selling out within 24 hours. 6 months in, Elena was doing about $18,000 per month in revenue. For a 20-year-old working from her apartment, this was incredible, but she saw the ceiling. She was doing everything herself: designing, sourcing manufacturers, photographing products, managing Instagram, packing and shipping orders, customer service. She was maxed out, and she knew if she wanted to grow, she needed to think differently. Phase 2. Systematizing the operation. Step 1. Upgrade manufacturing. Elena found a manufacturer in Los Angeles specializing in premium small batch production. They could handle everything: fabric sourcing, cutting, sewing, quality control. Yes, it was more expensive than print on demand, but the quality was significantly better: heavier fabrics, better stitching, premium finishes, and she could scale production without scaling her personal time. Step 2. Build a professional website. Instagram was great for discovery, but clunky for checkout. Elena invested $4,500 into a Shopify store. Minimalist design matching her brand aesthetic, fast checkout, integrated inventory management, email capture for marketing. Sales immediately increased by 45% because the buying experience was seamless. Step 3. Leverage micro-influencers strategically. Elena didn't have budget for celebrity endorsements, but she identified 40 micro-influencers with 15,000 to 60,000 followers in the lifestyle and fashion space, people who embodied that quiet luxury aesthetic. She sent them free products. No strings attached, just, "I love your style. Thought you'd appreciate these pieces." About 35% posted about the brand organically. Each post brought 600 to 2,500 new followers and $3,000 to $9,000 in sales. Cost to Elena, $1,800 in free product. Return, over $85,000 in sales and 22,000 new followers. Step 4. Expand the product line strategically. Elena started with t-shirts and hoodies, but customers kept asking for more. She launched one new category per quarter. Q1, premium sweatpants and joggers, $95 each, 58% margin. Q2, button-down shirts and blouses, $110 each, 60% margin. Q3, outerwear, lightweight jackets and coats, $180 to $240, 55% margin. Q4, accessories, leather bags, scarves, minimalist jewelry. By diversifying, she increased average order value from $52 to $135. At 21 years old, Elena was doing $95,000 per month in revenue and clearing about $38,000 in profit. She had moved out of her apartment into a small warehouse space in East Austin. She hired her first employee, Maya, a friend who handled customer service and order fulfillment. She hired a part-time photographer to maintain consistent content quality, but the real breakthrough came from an unexpected collaboration. Phase 3. Viral growth through strategic partnership. A lifestyle content creator named Jordan West, with 2.6 million TikTok followers, discovered Essence & Co. through Instagram. Jordan's entire brand was about looking rich on a budget. He bought 3 pieces, loved them, and made a video reviewing the brand. The hook: "This brand makes you look like a millionaire for under $100. The video got 6.3 million views. In 96 hours, Elena's Instagram gained 94,000 new followers. The website crashed from traffic. Orders flooded in faster than she could process them. She sold $420,000 worth of product in 1 week. Most brands would panic. Elena saw opportunity. She immediately, 1. Upgraded website hosting to handle massive traffic spikes. 2. Hired 4 more people for fulfillment. 3. Negotiated faster production timelines with her manufacturer. 4. Created a waitlist system for sold-out items. Instead of treating the viral moment as a one-time spike, she used it as fuel for permanent scale. Phase 4. Building the community. Elena realized her customers weren't just buyers. They were believers. She leaned into that. She started a private online community for customers. It became 18,000 people sharing styling ideas, giving product feedback, connecting over shared values. She hosted pop-up events in Austin, Los Angeles, and New York, not to sell product, but to meet her community in person. She featured customer photos on her main Instagram feed, turning buyers into brand ambassadors. This created something powerful: loyalty. Her repeat purchase rate was 71%, extremely high for fashion e-commerce. By the time Elena turned 22, Essence & Co. was doing $1.2 million per month in revenue. Let's break down the math. Annual revenue, $14.4 million. Gross margin, 62%. Industry standard for direct-to-consumer fashion. Gross profit, $8.9 million. Operating expenses, approximately $4.6 million. Team, warehouse, marketing, production. Net profit, $4.3 million. Elena was a millionaire at 22, not from inheritance, not from luck, from understanding what people wanted and delivering it exceptionally well. But here's what most people miss. Elena didn't just build a profitable business. She built an asset. In early 2024, a private equity firm specializing in direct-to-consumer brands approached her with an acquisition offer: $22 million for 75% of the company. The valuation: if 75% equals $22 million, then 100% equals approximately $29.3 million. Elena turned it down. Not because the offer was bad, but because she believed the brand was worth more and she wanted to keep building. Today at 23, Essence & Co. has 680,000 Instagram followers, 22 employees, a flagship store in Austin, collaborations with luxury hotels for staff uniforms, $18 million in projected annual revenue. And it all started with $3,000 and a living room. So, what can you learn from Elena's story? Lesson 1. Start with community, not product. Elena built an audience first. People who resonated with her aesthetic and values. Then she gave them what they wanted. Application: build your audience before your product. Test ideas. Get feedback. Co-create. Lesson 2. Position yourself between luxury and accessible. Elena didn't compete with $15 fast fashion or $500 luxury. She found the gap: premium quality at accessible prices. Application: find the white space in your market. Where is there unmet demand? Lesson 3. Scarcity drives desire. Limited drops created urgency. People bought not just because they liked the product, but because they feared missing out. Application: scarcity isn't manipulation, it's psychology. Use it ethically. Lesson 4. Quality over quantity in manufacturing. When Elena upgraded from print-on-demand to premium manufacturing, her costs increased, but so did perceived value, customer satisfaction, and repeat purchases. Application: invest in quality. It pays long-term dividends. Lesson 5. Authenticity beats perfection. Elena's early content wasn't professionally shot. Her first products weren't perfect, but they were real. Her audience connected with that. Application: don't wait for perfection. Launch messy, improve publicly. Lesson 6. Build a brand, not just a business. Essence & Co. wasn't selling clothes. It was selling transformation, confidence, belonging. That's why customers kept coming back. Application. What does your brand represent? What identity does it provide? Elena Harper didn't go to fashion school. She didn't have industry connections. She didn't pitch to investors. She had three things: a clear vision, understanding of her audience, and willingness to start before she was ready. At 20, she posted her first design from her living room. At 21, she was running a $1 million monthly business. At 22, she had built a $15 million fashion empire. At 23, she's just getting started. Her story isn't about fashion. It's about what happens when you stop waiting for the perfect moment and start building with what you have. You don't need a degree. You don't need investors. You don't need years of experience. You need a clear vision and the courage to take the first step. Elena took hers with $3,000 and a sewing machine. What's yours? What brand could you build with just your creativity and your phone? Tell us in the comments. Subscribe to Success Stories for more real strategies from entrepreneurs who started with nothing. A small step is the beginning of a big.